empathize. Empathize stage here, how will you identify this financial technology? That is, understand the role of fintech. So first of all, we have to understand the role of fintech in the modern industry and how the user is using fintech. That is the empathize stage here. We have to identify how the user is getting into the fintech and how he is using the financial technology. And in the second stage of design thinking, that is define. We have to define. Define means we have to identify the key role, key players in fintech. What is the execution of fintech and who are all those who are using the fintech. We have to identify all those things. That is the second stage. And the third stage is ideate. Ideate means we have to get the fintech into idea. Idea means we have to know where we have to use this fintech. That is, it is a brainstorm of fintech's global impact. What is the global impact for fintech? Global impact means how the whole world is using the fintech as a idea. Fintech, we already discussed about fintech, and we all know that fintech we are using more in fintech, online payments, all the things we are using. So we have to know, in this stage we have to know how the global world is making use of this fintech. And after that, the next type is prototype. Prototype here, we have to discuss the real world fintech applications. What are all the fintech applications we are using? Which are applications we are using? As we already discussed, we are using many applications like Google Pay, and there are many steps in fintech. We are using cryptocurrency. Now there is no currencies are there. Already we have discussed about that. Now no currency, cryptocurrency